We're going to start out with the best one. This is a Pendleton high-grade Western wear shearling coat, size 44, extra large vintage. This sold on Poshmark for $350. I found this at a garage sale. I picked this up for $80. Unfortunately, the buyer did not pay well, they paid, but their card was declined. So it ended up not selling on Poshmark. A friend of mine noticed I had this listed on Facebook Marketplace and messaged me, and we arranged a deal. I believe he paid me $300 for the coat. So even though it sold on Poshmark for $350, the seller's funds didn't go through. Ended up selling it locally for $300. I paid $80, so I came ahead $220. Now I'm going to be honest, as somebody that's learning, I haven't made any money selling clothes. For the money that I made ahead on this coat, I probably spent hundreds of dollars learning on things that didn't sell. So know that, going forward, that it's been a learning process. But these are my lucky BOLOs that I found over the years. So next up is going to be this dress that I got at a free clothing giveaway. It's a Twilight Saga New Moon Bella Swan birthday dress, size 3X. This is a huge bolo, if you can find this. Years ago, I went to a free clothing giveaway and I grabbed this dress. I had it hanging in my stash for years. When I was going through the stash, I looked it up, realized I had a bolo, listed it, eventually got a buyer. It wasn't a quick sale, and there are sellers that have sold theirs for more money than what I have sold mine for, but it is definitely a huge bolo if you run across this dress. It'll have an interesting tag, and the tag is going to be more of a tag that looks like, let me show it to you here. NECA New Moon. That is what the tag is going to look like. It's going to be a very different tag than what you've seen in the past. Okay, so moving forward, the next one is going to be a Filson jacket, 435, men's XXL hunting wetlands. And again, I picked this up at a free clothing giveaway. I was going through the coats, and I had mentioned in another video, I used to watch the channel Thrift a Life. I would still be watching him, but he has moved on to a book channel. But the videos that I used to watch are still up if you want to go watch Thrift a Life. But he talked about this brand, and I saw this coat at a free clothing giveaway. I grabbed it, brought it home. When winter rolled around, I listed it. It sold for a very good price, and definitely a bolo. I showed a Filson that I picked up not that long ago, a green wool, virgin wool, I believe 100% virgin wool, in a prior thrift haul that I'll be listing here in the fall, and I'm excited about that. And so definitely check out free piles and free giveaways. You never know what you might find. Now, these are going to be Tony Lama Buckaroo boots. Picked these up at a garage sale for $15. Put these up on Poshmark. They were listed for a little while, and then one day I had a sold. And it was a young lady in the Midwest and needed this for a horse show. She paid what I was asking. I shipped these out within 3 hours after her sale. She needed them right away. So I live just a few blocks from a grocery store that has a little post office at the customer service. So when somebody messaged me and said they need something right away, like these boots, with Poshmark, you can't ship until after 3 hours after the sale, but after that, I can box it up and run down and ship it. She was thrilled to get it. They're beautiful boots. Such a bolo. Honestly, I wish that I could wear these. My feet aren't real excited about boots anymore, but these are absolutely beautiful. Huge bolo. Okay, on to the next one. This is going to be a Patricia Nash wallet that I picked up, purse and wallet that I picked up at a garage sale. It's an anniversary design. Lindra 10th anniversary. Crossbody leather rose billfold, sold for $139, and I picked it up at the garage sale for $25. Now, I have not ran across another deal like this. I'd originally bought this for myself. I carried it for a while, and I actually like a thicker strap. Very excited to have sold this for $139. Beautiful set. Definitely be on the lookout for Patricia Nash. I see very nice Patricia Nash handbags at local thrift stores, charity stores, garage sales for good prices. Some people don't know what they are, and they do mark them quite cheaply. Moving on to the next find, the next bolo. And this is going to be a Gunne Sax Renaissance dress, beautiful color. I picked this up at a church sale. This was a church sale where you got like a whole bag for a certain amount of money. So this was a combined deal. I probably paid $5 for this dress. The tag was cut out, so I did some measuring to figure out the size. And because the tag was cut out, I kind of sat on it for a while, but when I did get it put up, it sold. Beautiful dress. Went from $5 to $136. Always be out on the lookout for these special Gunne Sax dresses. Definitely a bolo. I hope that you guys are learning from these. I learned so much from these bolos. These are the times that making my way to being a posh ambassador, I learned some things. Okay, this next one is going to be an Alice Olivia Rory embroidered floral coat jacket, size medium. I paid $100 for this. I bought it for myself. I wore it a couple times. I sold it on Posh for $135. I literally shipped this to Austin, Texas. My brother has a pawn shop in Austin, Texas. My oldest brother. It's called Mustang Jewelry and Pawn. Literally shipped this within blocks of his pawn shop to a young lady who had thrifted the shorts and wanted the jacket. She was gonna wear this as an outfit out to all the amazing country shows in Austin. She was so thrilled to get it. It was a really fun sale, and I am sure she's enjoying it as we speak with summer. And she probably wears the jacket and then takes it off when she goes out dancing and whatnot. I can only imagine what a beautiful outfit it is. I did get my money back and I came ahead a few dollars on the sale, so that's awesome. Okay, let's see what we've got next. All right, so this next one is going to be a Christy Dawn linen tie waist dress size small tan stripe. I paid $5 for this at a local thrift, and I regret selling it. I wish I would have kept it for myself. It's my size, but there it is. Picked it up at a charity shop. Now, they were really low on dresses the day that I stopped in, and the lady asked, "Are you looking for dresses?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "Let me go in the back and see what I have." And so she brought dresses out. This dress was in the dresses. Didn't really know what it was. I just know it looked different than what I had seen in the past. And this Christy Dawn dress is from when she first started putting out dresses, and they were more specialized. So this one had resale value. Some of the newer ones that are coming out now, I believe they don't have quite as much resale value. If you find a Christy Dawn, definitely look it up. But $5 into over 130, not bad at all for learning and collecting, and of course collecting too much. Now this next dress is going to be another Gunne Sax peach satin ivory floral lace boho maxi dress. This was a size 13. I bought this for myself. I bought this on Facebook Marketplace shipping for $100. I sold it for $119. The color of the dress just didn't work for me, but beautiful dress. I got my money back. It helped me with my researching about Gunne Sax dresses. I've bought many other Gunne Sax dresses while I was learning that did not sell for this much, but it's been enjoyable learning. Definitely keep an eye out for these romantic, intricate Gunne Sax dresses. If you run across a calico one that's in a larger size, they can go anywhere from $500 to $1,000, sometimes $100 or $200, but some of them go for up to $1,000, which would be quite a flip for you to find a dress for $5 or $10 or $15 and turn around and sell it for $1,000. That would be a good day, right? All right, so let me pull up the next one here. Now this dress was quite a flip. Now I picked this up in Omaha. ASO beaded dress. Picked this up at the Millard Goodwill, and it was $10, I believe. Or wait, I think I paid $15. I paid $15 for this dress. I stored it for a little while. And then I had a break between working jobs and I listed it. It sold like in 3 minutes. I had actually listed it. Then I went back and looked at the solds. I saw that this dress actually sold for more than what I listed it for. And I went back to change the price and it was already sold. It went to a beautiful, sweet young lady that was getting married. She was literally watching Poshmark for this dress to come up in this size. I shipped it out after the 3-hour wait window. She wanted to get it quick. So after the 3-hour wait window with Poshmark, I put it in a box. I took it down to my little grocery store across the street, shipped it out. She was thrilled. I went from $15 to $115. And that's a highly desirable dress. If you happen to see that, definitely grab it. Now this next one is Rag & Bone cardigan, size large, silk mohair. I sold this for $110. I got this at a dollar sale for $1. I just thought it looked different. Now, of course, at that dollar sale, I probably had bags with maybe 20 or 30 items, and this happened to be one item in there that I came out really well on, and that led me to learning about rag and bones. So $1 into 110. Now, I will tell you, it took a little while for this to sell. I had a lot of lowball offers on this, people that were trying to get it for 40 or 50, and I just let it go. And after a few months of being listed, somebody paid a price for it. So I think on Poshmark, people will pay more. You're going to get those low offers, and you just decide whether you want to accept a low offer and make your sale and move on, whether you want to counter it, or whether you just want to hold out for somebody that's going to pay more for it. And it's just going to depend on your item, how fast you want to move it, and what you have in the item. But I was definitely glad I waited on this one. It was a very nice surprise to get that large sale. Now I'm going to show you another dress by Jessica McClintock, Gunne Sax. This one sold for $100. I picked this up at a garage sale in my neighborhood. And I will tell you that it was the third day of this garage sale. I wasn't garage selling the day I picked this up. I was on my way to the grocery store. Happened to see this garage sale that I could visually see right off the main street where I was. So I stopped at this garage sale, picked up this dress for $8, bought it from the original owner. I'm pretty sure that I could have held out on this dress and taken some better pictures and gotten close to $200 for this dress, but I had 8 in it and I had a chance to sell it for $100. It was a good chance to move it and make some money. And one more Gunne Sax dress that I did well on. So definitely keep an eye on those. Definitely, this one was beautiful. It was my size. I tried it on. Now this next flip, definitely sold this too low. It's a Brahmin bag. It's the nicest Brahmin bag that I've ever found. And I found this at a garage sale, literally just down the street from where I live. And they had a lot of purses out, maybe 10 or 15, hanging kind of on this coat rack. And I saw this. And at that time, I didn't know what a Brahmin was. I really didn't know much about purses. And this one felt and looked different. So I asked them how much it was. They said $5. I bought it. I took it home. I put my stuff in it. I carried it for a few weeks. It was kind of big and heavy for me. So at that point, I did some research. I looked it up and I sold it on Poshmark. So $5 into 95. Now I think if I would have held on to this, I could have gotten closer to 150. But 5 into 95 is pretty good. It gave me a chance to learn about Brahmin, which is exciting. Next one up is another Brahmin. I picked this up at a garage sale for $30. It sold for $95. It was brand new with tags. The lady had received it as a gift. I carried it for a few weeks and I enjoyed it. And then I listed on Poshmark. I got 95. Again, I'm pretty sure that I could have, gotten 150 for it if I would have held out. But 25 into 95 is good and it's out the door. Plus, I got to carry it for a few weeks and I enjoyed it. So definitely keep an eye out for Brahmins. They are pretty amazing. Now this next one is garage sale find. I think I paid $5 for this. This is a men's Patagonia Shalina, I'm saying it wrong, gray fleece, size extra large. I believe I paid like $5 for this at a garage sale. It sold for $84. This is another one that I probably could have held on to and got a little bit more money, but 5 into 84, and I learned a new brand. I learned about Patagonia. I learned about this vintage pullover. Was a great experience. Definitely keep an eye out for those Patagonias. And this was a nice size. It was an extra large. It sold very quickly. Next up, another Gunne Sax black mermaid style dress, size 13, sold for $80. Now I actually picked this up for $1 at a thrift store. They had a sale. So another great deal, $1 into this. Now I actually have this dress, another one just like this, that I will be listing for Poshmark in the near future, and I'll be excited about it. Black and white is really hot with the young population. They love black and white, and I believe that's why this sold fast, and it sold for a nice price, and it was a good size since it was a size 13. Now this is going to be a recent sale. I picked these up. This is a pair of Mother Refleur jeans, new with tags, retailed for $268, starry-eyed, size 25. I got these at a free sale, free clothing giveaway. They were free. I sold them for $80. I could have held out for more, but they're size 25. So free into $80. I'm happy with that. Poshmark took their $16. It was a great thing, and I studied about Mother jeans. Great opportunity. Keep an eye out for Mother. Mother is a brand that you're gonna want to have in your closet if you see it. Next up, we have some Johnny Was. I sold this for $60. It's a size 2X. This came from a garage sale, and it was $10 at the garage sale. I purchased this last summer. As soon as I listed it, it sold within 4 weeks. Great flip. So keep an eye out for Johnny Was. And I do better finding my clothes at garage sales than I do the Goodwill. Garage sale is my #1 place to find clothes, especially church sales. I love church sales. Church sales are very economical for clothes, and they have such a great mix of clothes. And next up is going to be Chico's. Chico's can sell well. This is a Chico's Velvet Embellished Duster. This I paid $5 for, and I sold it on Poshmark for $60. It was like new. This is another one that I wish I would have kept for myself. It was a stunning piece. I know I would have worn it on a regular basis. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for another one, but keep your eye out for some really nice Chico's pieces. This is a substantial piece. It has a lot going for it. It's velour and it's embellished. It can be worn fall, winter, spring. In the summertime, I would take it with me, like if I was going to go to a restaurant and it was going to be cold in the restaurant. So really all seasons it could be worn. Stunning piece. And I'm going to do a few more here. Okay, so this next one is a huge bolo. Now I picked this up in Omaha at the Goodwill, and I paid $10 for this. It's Hill House Nap Dress 2023 Collector Edition Blush Glitter Dress, size medium. I paid around $8 to $10 for this at the Goodwill in Omaha. I sold it for $60. Now, if I would have held on to this, I would have easily gotten $100 for this. But I'm learning, and I moved the dress. and I came out with a profit, and I learned about Hill House, and now I'm able to share it with you. Stunning, stunning dress. Keep an eye out for Hill House. Amazing brand. Gorgeous dress. When I go to Omaha, you know, I have to drive. Well, I can be in Gretna. It's a little over 30 miles, and there's a Goodwill there. But from there, I drive into Omaha, and then when I start bouncing around to the Goodwills there, it is very expensive to go to Omaha by the time I pay for gas and eating and then the items. This is another item that I got at a church sale for $5. And this was a sale that I had this last winter. Ralph Lauren, navy blazer, Royal Crest blazer, size 16. I used to actually have this in a petite size, and it was one of my favorite items that I wore. This was a great flip, $5 into 60. Again, I could have got 100 for this if I wanted to hold out. I was glad to get the sale. I made a profit. I learned about Ralph Lauren blazers. Definitely be on the lookout for this particular blazer. This is a winner, and it will sell for you every time. On to the next one. And if you've made it this far in the video, can you do me a huge favor and leave me a note in the comments telling me your favorite items from the video today? Next up is GMC Savannah long sleeve fit and flare dress, size 6. I'm sorry, GMG Glam meets Gal Meets Glam. This is another dress that came out, and I picked this up, I believe, for $5, sold it for $58. This is another dress that you want to be on a look for, is the Gal Meets Glam. Some of these can sell for $300, maybe even more. And they're out there. I found this at a charity shop that's no longer in business. And once I looked it up, I got it online. It took maybe 2 or 3 months to sell, but it was definitely a good flip and a very exciting find. It's fun to find these items and learn about these items. It's definitely a treasure hunt. So this is going to be another item that I got at that garage sale where I got that Johnny Was piece. This is a Johnny Was Collection Plus embroidered pea coat, women's 2X, black cotton. Now I picked this up for around $10 and I sold it for $58. Another piece that I could have gotten closer to $100 for if I would have held on to it. But again, I'm happy that I made a profit and flipped the item. Keep an eye out for Johnny Was. When I go to the thrift stores, when I'm in a hurry, I try to scan the aisles and look for embroidered items. I'm going to show you a handbag that is a BOLO. This is a Harvey's seatbelt bag. I paid $5 for this and had a nice little flip with this. I love the seatbelt bag. I did carry it for a short time, so I got to enjoy it. And since I paid $5 for it, I got a good flip with it. Definitely keep an eye out for these. 5 into 52 is definitely not bad. And here's another huge BOLO for you. This is going to be Freebird by Steven. This is the Bristol Blue Snake Leather Booty, US size 9, high heel slip-on shoe. Now I picked these up at a local charity shop here in Lincoln for $5. I was through the roof when I found these. Clearly, other people didn't know what they were, so they left them behind. And I got a nice little flip out of these. These are something that I would have loved to have saved for myself as well, but they were too big for me, and probably I might fall down in these. But Somebody is definitely enjoying these. They are stunning. Huge bolo. That Freebird, huge, huge, huge bolo. Okay, so this is a Fry Lily tote. Beautiful Italian leather. I picked this up for $5 at a local thrift store. They just didn't know what it was. So $5 into 50, it sold low. I had it for quite a while and I did have some better offers and I turned them down, and then I finally marked the price down and just let it go for cheaper just to move it out of my closet. But it was still 5 into 50. And with that, I am going to say that I am going to start cross-posting to eBay and Depop. Definitely going to start cross-posting to Facebook Marketplace for local pickup and shipping, so that I have multiple ways to sell my items. I've got one more bolo here for you. And this is another one that I picked up at a church sale for $5. This is a St. John evening knit jacket rhinestone blazer, size 10. I picked this up for maybe $1 or $2, and it sold for $50. It was a great flip. Anytime you can go with $1 or $2 and turn it into 50. And again, this probably would have sold for more if I would have held on to it longer. And it's a hard decision for us to make, you know, when we're trying to buy things and resell. We can hold on to things, but we're missing out on sales. And I think really the trick to that, and I need to work harder on that, is to get more things listed. So I've got those bread and butter items selling so that these larger items I'm not letting go for less. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Bye.